Okay, so I finally filmed a video that's actually meant for YouTube and not some Instagram phone quality 1 minute video. So hopefully this one's a little bit better, but I still don't have my tripod, so my camera's just sitting on a bunch of junk that I found in my room. It's probably at least a little bit better, at least quality wise. So hopefully it looks better. I don't know. Um, I decided to go with kind of a springy look for the last day of spring. I don't really do a whole lot of pastel-y light tones, which maybe this isn't really considered pastel. Some of the tones were pretty bright, but in my book, it looks pretty pastel compared to what I usually use. So, I don't know, hopefully you can get something from this, I guess. I don't really know what to say. So, hopefully you enjoy this video on how to do this cool pastel, springy green and yellow look. So yeah, I don't really have much more to say on that. Okay, I decided to go ahead and do a voiceover on this video so I could skip the stock YouTube music and tell you a little bit about what I'm doing here. Right now I'm just putting Tarte Shape Tape Concealer on my eyelids, so it's something kind of sticky for the eyeshadow to grab onto. And then I'm going to go in with my Morphe 35B palette, and this is the color Apple Cider, and I'm just going to kind of tap it around on my eyelids. I usually like to start with the lighter color first, blend it out some so it doesn't have any harsh lines, and then I'll go in afterwards with my darker colors and kind of darken it up a little bit and add some more color to it. One thing I do want to add is that I don't think that they sell this palette in the US anymore. I think that maybe they took it off of production because they wanted to hype the James Charles palette up a little more since it's got more colors in it. But I do think that they still sell it in Europe and maybe some other countries. So you can probably find this somewhere like eBay or Poshmark or some other kind of makeup resale apps. So if you really had to have this palette, then I think that you probably would be able to find it. It would just take a little bit more work. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my second color, which is the color Ziggy. And it's a little bit more of a blue toned green, kind of like an aqua color. And this is just going to give it a little bit of dimension so it doesn't look super flat and it looks like there's a little more color. Since this is, I guess, a little bit darker, it might be on the same plane, but since it's a different color, I like to just kind of put it in the crease and around the lower lid of my eye. Then I'm just going to go through and buff those colors out a little bit so they look really blended together and soft. Now I'm going to go ahead in with my third color, which is called Sky. It's more of a blue color, but it's still kind of got a green tone to it. I just wanted to bring in a little bit more blue, and I thought this would be the perfect transition color. This one I'm putting mostly on my eyelid, so it's going to bring a lot more movement to it. Now, if you noticed me a minute ago going in with my fluffy powder brush, that was just to kind of knock off some of the fallout that got on my cheeks. I didn't want a bunch of blue powder on my face while I was filming this, so that's kind of like a little trick to get it out of the way. Okay, so I'm about to go ahead and put on my shimmer. So again, I want to give it something nice and tacky to grab onto, especially since it's a different color than the blue and greens we've been using. So I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape and kind of draw out where I want to put that shimmer. Okay, now for the fun part. I'm gonna go in with my Lemonade Yellow Shimmer, and it's really gonna make this look pop. It's a nice contrasting color, So it's really going to stand out against those blues and greens, and it's going to give it a fun, summery, springy feel. I'm also going to go in with that yellow color on my lower eyelid, on my inner corner, and right under my eyebrow, so it gives you a little bit more shimmer and pulls the whole look together. Surprise, we're going to do the same exact thing on the other eye. So I'm going to shut up for a minute and let you kind of take it all in. One thing that I didn't mention before is that you do want to go through with a little bit of the green and blue on your brush and buff out those lines again, because when it comes to eyeshadow, you never really want any super harsh lines anywhere. You just want it to look soft and flowy. I didn't think that I had enough contrast before, so I went in with one more color, and this shade is called Ink, and it's just going to bring a little bit more depth to it. And now, everyone's favorite part, winged eyeliner. Sorry I'm a little bit out of focus, but I was kind of focusing on my eyeliner, so sorry. I am using the Tarte Sex Kitten Liquid Eyeliner Pen, and I just kind of go in with a line coming straight from the bottom corner of my eye out to wherever I feel like stopping. And then I connect it down to my lid, fill it in, and make sure there's no bumps anywhere. Getting them even can be a little bit of a pain in the butt, so it's kind of like a back and forth to make sure they're the same shape. But once you get used to doing winged eyeliner, it gets a little bit easier. A little bit. I'm not sure what I was frowning about here, but I think that maybe my mascara gave me a little trouble opening it. This mascara is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Volumizing Mascara. And as you can see, I accidentally hit my skin with it, so I got some little dots, and I just cleaned that up with some concealer and a little bit more of my green eyeshadow. And now we're back on track. Again, I'm kind of out of focus and kind of out of the shot when I'm doing my lower eyelashes, but it's really hard to stay in place when you're trying not to do the mascara face that everybody does. I thought that I might look kind of like a weirdo. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about, like the mascara face that you've got to do to get your cheek out of the way. Maybe nobody knows and I'm just a weirdo, but I think that it's like a universal thing. And now for my favorite part of any look, the highlight. I am using the Ofra Star Island highlighter. It's super bright and super pretty. I almost died when I got it in my Ipsy. I was so excited. P.S. You can never have too much highlight and never let anybody tell you any different. And here's the final product. Don't mind me, I have no idea what I'm doing, so I probably look like a total goof, but this is the end result. I'll try to link all the products in the description, and I will see you next time.